Hello Internet, and welcome to another episode of Bazzle Spot Live. I do seem to have started searching already, so let's just get straight into this video, I suppose. As you find someone from Japan. So yeah, if you watched Monday's episode, then you'll see I've got this brand new, wonderful, interesting, strange, and also colourful team to use with lots of different modes going on. This looks like a very interesting team as well for my opponent. Don't see Togedemaru too much. But yeah, so we went 1-1 in Monday's episode. We lost. What did we lose to? We lost to something in the second. Oh, it was a Talonflame, wasn't it? That annoying Talonflame. So, you know, I mean, obviously, I know this isn't like a perfect team by any means. It has got some very big holes in it, like hard Trick Room, Tailwind from opponents. It's grim if it happens, basically, but at least it's fun to use otherwise. So let's see what we're going to do here then, because this guy is obviously got like a rain team and some other bits and bobs going on. I mean, I could lead with maybe Toko Lilligant is going to be the way to go here. I have been thinking about putting Hidden Power Ice on Lilligant. I think that'd be pretty cool. Else, you know, it would be nice here for this this thingy that we've got. But instead, I think. Oh, I'm actually torn here. I think I'm going to go Nihiligo Pheromosa. And alright then, I've twisted my own arm. We'll go with Lilligant and Dugtrio as well. It does mean that. Well, it means I think I've got all the tools that I need here. It means that just need to identify which way around we're going to sort of do things, I suppose. So my two in the back can't handle Salamence, but the two up front do, so I suppose I can't be too reckless with them. Togedemaru and Salamence. Okay, so nice that he leads with Salamence for me. How kind of him. He's probably going to fake out the Pheromosa, because they do normally carry Ice Beam, and obviously I'm threatening the Salamence here. I have got Hidden Power Ice on my Nihiligo, and so it's really tempting to go for the Hidden Power Ice onto the Salamence, but Salamence could easily just switch out. Really could easily just switch out, but I'm going to go for the Hidden Power onto the Salamence. If it does, it does, and I'm going to go for the all-out pummeling into the Togedemaru, because if he doesn't fake out the Pheromosa, then that thing's going down, basically. I was tempted to maybe double into the Salamence. If he uses fake out on the Nihiligo here, he's going to be losing his Togedemaru, but I'll probably be losing my Pheromosa as well from like a flamethrower or something like that. So we'll see what happens, but maybe I should have Ice Beamed the Salamence as well, because these two I've got out are the ones that I need to be taking care of the Salamence with. Yeah, so like I was thinking, and he does actually stay in with the Salamence, which is wonderful. Because it means, although I'm trapped in with Hidden Power Ice now, which is the downside of using sort of choice Pokemon like this, it means that my two in the back are going to do a lot better. You know, they're going to have a bit more free reign, I suppose. Obviously, he doesn't know what I've got in the back, so that's information that I've got. I know that if I get rid of the Salamence, then, you know, this is how Pokemon VGC works, isn't it? I'm sure you all know how you calculate your plays and etc. You know what I mean? Calculate how you formulate your win conditions. So, does Togedemaru have a Focus Sash on it? That is another question that I most certainly have, because because like if I knock the Togedemaru out, I can put my Torkoal in, and like whatever he's got is not really going to appreciate an eruption. So I'm tempted to go for a Hidden Power Ice into the Togedemaru. And do I all out pummeling here, or do I protect with Pheromosa? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna all out pummeling here. If he has got Surf on his Politoed, which is quite unlikely, then I'm gonna be losing both of my Pokemon. But he's probably gonna be Scalding into the Nihiligo, I would imagine. But yeah, good. Taking care of this Togedemaru means that he's down to his last two Pokemon. I can bring my Torkoal in, and unless he's got Rain Dance on his Politoed, which I actually didn't consider, but suppose he could have it, That could maybe be a problem, actually. But what's the likelihood of that? So Togedemaru goes down. He should be knocking. Well, I don't know. He might not knock out the Nihiligo. He might not. Yeah, he does know that we're scarfed, doesn't he? Because we're going faster than our Pheromosa. Yeah, actually, he knocks the Pheromosa out. Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's what my brain was sort of starting to think. Like, he knows that I'm choice locked into Hidden Power Ice, so that's not really a threat. The Nihiligo there. So, which one do I want to put out? I think I will put the. Ooh. I think I will put the Torkoal out. So he has definitely not got his weather anymore. Magnezone, okay. Okay. I could just hit the power and maybe flamethrower into the Magnezone, but I don't think Torkoal could survive a combination of his attacks there. So I'm actually going to switch the Nihiligo out into Lilligant and protect. No, not Solar Beam. Protect the protect with the Torkoal. If he doubles into the Nihiligo, then really good play by him. But he would have to double into it with a Flash Cannon and an Ice Beam, which wouldn't be that unlikely, to be honest, because I don't know, this is a little bit predictable, but maybe he does need to, maybe he is threatened too much by the Torkoal, so we'll see. It's one of these defining turns. There we go. Yeah, he got me there. And the substitute, okay, so not as bad as could have been, actually. Thank goodness. Yeah, wow, that's a little bit scary, actually. What I'm going to do then is... Oh, this has turned into a sticky one. A Leaf Storm, I don't think I'll knock the Politoed out. He could protect the Politoed as well, which I kind of am thinking he will do. So that he can knock out my Lilligant with this Magnezone. This is tricky. This is actually tricky. I'm going to Leaf Storm into the Politoed. If he does protect, I'm erupting as well. Oh, I do want to. Yeah, I wanted to protect the Lilligant there. I've not played this how I should. Yeah, I just thought. Okay, what's he thunderbolting? Okay, well, okay. I would have thought he should have been flash cannoning the Lilligant there. I just thought that I protected with the Torkoal the turn before, and so he would know that that was a guaranteed target that he could go for there. So I've broken the substitute there, which is alright, but the problem is, the only way that I can touch this Magnezone is with this Torkoal. So I'm actually going to go for an After You and a Flamethrower into the Magnezone, and hope the Magnezone doesn't protect. Yeah, Politoed does try and protect again. Actually gets a double protect there, because he was expecting another Leaf Storm there, but yeah, thankfully phew, woof, I got that turn right. Just because Magnezone is a problem. I thought that, okay, if he didn't protect with his Politoed there, I thought he was, I didn't actually think he would try and double protect with his Politoed there. I thought that he would probably Ice Beam into the Lilligant. As long as I got rid of the Magnezone, if he Ice Beamed into the Lilligant and knocked it out, I would have my Torkoal with a few turns of Sun left and Nihiligo in the back. And Scald isn't going to be a one-shot onto Nihiligo. It's got decent special offense, so I could then Solar Beam and Sludge Bomb into the Politoed to knock it out that way. What I'm actually going to do is, how can we see the weather? Okay, so we've got 2 turns of Sun left. What I'm actually going to do is, because Leaf Storm isn't 100% accurate, I'm actually going to go for an After You Solar Beam into the Politoed, because that should put it into range of put it into range of a sludge bomb. Yeah, so I mean the game was over. I was just wanting to be extra sure at that point. So wow, that was actually quite scary. But you know, at least Torkoal and Lilligant got to do something there, which is quite nice. So phew, this team is you know, pulling some weight, I suppose, on BattleSpot. So yep, here we go, and let's continue battling. So yeah, apologies for you know, last week and the lack of you know, sounds, but it should all be working now. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully I'm not being drowned out by my own music. But we find Will from the United Kingdom with an interesting team. Will from the United Kingdom using a Gigalith. That's not Tansley, is it? Because he's normally Magus in game, I'm pretty sure. But you never know, maybe he's changed. I was always Barry in game, now I'm Baz Anderson. But I don't actually know what he used like exactly in London for the international challenge. But I'm pretty sure it was something similar-ish to this, with like Gigalith and maybe like a Porygon and stuff like that. But how are we going to go about this then? I think we're going to go about this by leading with Nihilego and PHEROMOSA again. So you can see there's a theme running here. Although, I suppose I could lead with Lilligant and Torkoal, but then the problem is he's got the Gigalith to switch in there. Because he has got the Gigalith. Oh, actually, because... Oh, what do we want here? Maybe we do want Torkoal, just in case he gets a Trick Room. Yeah, we're going to go Torkoal Lilligant here too. I have actually got Sand Force. The last change I made to this team was I put Sand Force on Dugtrio, just because Gigalith is actually a little bit of a problem for this team. And so with Sand Force, Dugtrio does a lot of damage to Gigalith. Like a Life Orb Ironhead with Sand Force does, I think, up to about 90% to Gigalith, which is a big chunk actually. So... you know, and it means that like a combination like Revelation Dance Ironhead would knock it out. That's why that's significant. But we've got Will from the United Kingdom with Tapu Koko and Garchomp here. So the problem is we don't know how risky or how careful, how cautious this guy is going to play this, because I could potentially get 2 knockouts on this turn. Tapu Koko's got an air balloon. Okay, I don't think this is Tansley then. So I can safely Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Koko and safely Ice Beam into the Garchomp. I say safely, he could actually have a Scarf, Garchomp, which could knock out my PHEROMOSA first. He could be Assault Vested or Focus Sashed as well, in which case I will probably be losing my Nihilego. But as long as we get rid of his Tapu Koko, that's a decent... It's a trade. It's a trade. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, there's lots of things that can go on here. He actually withdraws the Tapu Koko. Okay, so he's got his Porygon too. Okay, so yeah, he's making some cautious switching, and he now knows that I'm Scarfed. Ice Beam into the Garchomp. I'm kind of expecting an Assault Vest here. Oh no, maybe not then. Okay. Well, maybe it could have been. We got a critical hit there. We'll never know. We will never have that piece of information. And because we did get the Sludge Bomb onto the Porygon, it means that the Porygon is in all-out pummeling range now from PHEROMOSA, which is very good. So I can stop potential Trick Room. If he did get Trick Room, I have got Torkoal in the back, so it's not worst case scenario, but because I've got both Torkoal and Lilligant in the back, it means that I can function out of Trick Room as well. So I'm going to have to... I don't want him to get Trick Room here, actually, so I am going to switch the Nihilego out, because Nihilego is the only thing I've got that can actually touch his Marowak. I'm going to put Lilligant in, because I've got the Focus Sash on Lilligant, and we're going to go for the All-Out Pummeling into Porygon. What he could do here is withdraw his Porygon from a very obvious fighting attack coming its way into the... resisted Tapu Koko, but if he does that and then knocks out my PHEROMOSA, then I'll be able to bring Nihilego back in again and threaten it again with a Sludge Bomb, or I suppose threaten the, I don't know, whatever, we'd see where we go. He actually protected his Marowak, I'm not sure why. He should have identified that my Nihilego was scarfed at that point. Yeah, there's no reason to run PHEROMOSA slower than a Nihilego. So he should have seen that one coming. Maybe he couldn't see how I could stop him getting Trick Room up. But he is sitting in front of a very offensive fighting type Pokemon. High jump kick should still knock it out from there. But we've got one more better than that. We've got a Focus Blast, All Out Pummeling. So no Trick Room for our opponent here, which is lovely. And we've got Tapu Koko. Okay, of course it is. We've already seen it. So Nihilego is actually very important here. Yeah, Nihilego is really important here. Torkoal can handle Tapu Koko, so the two that we've got in the back can handle what we've got here. But how do you want to go about it? I'm going to protect the Lilligant and I'll just, I want the PHEROMOSA to go down this turn, so I'll just Ice Beam into the Tapu Koko. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'd like both of them to go down, but I can't really be sure that he would knock both of them out this turn. I suppose if he doesn't knock the, well, he is. If he doesn't knock the PHEROMOSA out, then I would 2-hit KO with Ice Beam, which I thought it would be a 3-hit KO, but there you go. So there's Flare Blitz, and now, yeah, okay, so I'm going to put Torkoal in now, because I have got the Focus Sash on Lilligant. Basically, the win condition that I'm going, I hate people who talk that. The win condition that I'm going for here is reliant on him not getting a Flare Blitz burn, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for an After You Eruption. It'll knock the Tapu Koko out. If the Tapu Koko protects itself and he Flare Blitzes into my Lilligant, I have got the Focus Sash. I'll just be able to do it again the next turn. And so I suppose, as well as a Flare Blitz burn, a double protect from his Tapu Koko, I suppose. Those are the only two things that can go wrong here, which are two, like, they're not small things, are they? But, you know, they're definitely things, but it is not protecting, and it means that, yeah, my Nihilego will just be able to come in and knock out the Torkoal now, the Marowak rather. So yeah, and that actually does do a hefty chunk to Marowak as well, which is nice. So there's a Flare Blitz. So if there's a burn, then maybe he might be kicking himself that he didn't protect his Tapu Koko. Well, there's a burn. So if he had protected his Tapu Koko there, I would have been able to bring my Nihilego back in, and it would have been a 50-50, really, because I could have either Power Gemmed, like, I've got to lock myself into something. I would have either have to Power Gem the Marowak, but if he protected that, he could maybe Thunderbolt critical hits, or discharge maybe, and paralyze my Torkoal as I'm trying to flamethrower him. I mean, I'm pretty sure the game, I think I still would have had the game, but it wasn't 100%. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, the game is most definitely over at this point. Yeah, so we'll just Power Gem and flamethrower. Probably forfeit, but there we go. And oh no, he wants to protect. He wants to be on YouTube a little bit longer. So alright then, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. As you can see, like, with this team, the battles are quite fast, actually. Like, I've had some battles on Showdown where, like, you know, the game is over after like 3 turns, you know, basically, which is quite funny in a format like this, which is sort of known for being a bit stallier and a bit slower and everything too. So we've got a very offensive, very fast team here. We've got some quick games. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. You know, if you have, please like and share and do all that lovely things, all those lovely things that you can do on my YouTube channel, and I will appreciate them very much. So thank you very much, and take care. Goodbye for now. As we wait for that to go through. There we go. Just to confirm, I won. Right, bye.